Hello, привет, Nika Vegan here. So today I'm going to be making a video that I've actually been avoiding because once you put this out there, people tend to categorize you. But I said, fuck it, people are gonna categorize me anyway, right? Like, I'm probably the most categorized person on YouTube, you know, slut shaming, just all this craziness. And I'm actually on YouTube to teach people that double standards still exist, even though it's 2017. But that's not why I'm making the video. That's another video for another day. So today I'm going to be talking about what I do for a living. So for those of you guys who are curious, I am an educated person. I do have a degree as a medical laboratory technician, which means that I work in the medical field where I can test for any disease imaginable, from STDs to cancer, you know, looking at cells, counting platelets, counting RBCs, WBCs, hemoglobin, hematocrit every day, all day long, looking at bacteria, doing semen analysis, doing stool samples, doing microbiology cultures. So yes, I am educated in that sense, but doesn't mean I am on YouTube for money. A lot of people, when I first started making videos, assumed that I was trying to make ends meet because they assumed, oh, she's out of the military. She's working a minimum wage job now. Oh, what has she become? You know, she's a nobody working at a cafe. So when I got out the military, I actually applied to a minimum wage job, which I'd actually never had. This is my first minimum wage job. And I wanted to see how people would treat you. And I got treated like shit. I still work there as a part-time sometimes. And it's just different working a minimum wage job because you will see how people treat you based on what they assume you make, okay? So in the military, I hung out with pretty much people who were the same rank, which means they make the same amount of money. So basically, everybody is fairly the same when it comes to money. Now, when you step out of the military and you know, go back to making $8 an hour plus tips, which is not a lot, people definitely treat you differently. So I got out, I got a lot of hate from people in the military, and I got a lot of hate from other people, just people in general, and definitely the treatment was extremely eye-opening. So to me, I get kind of a kick of telling people, yes, I work a minimum wage job, but I am educated. And to see their reaction is like, wow, they're like, why are you working here then? And honestly, the reason that I applied to a minimum wage job was because I was very stressed out for my 5 years in the military. It's just 16-hour days sometimes, you know, 24-hour days even. And it was just a lot of stress. I needed to decompress, get away from the medical field for a little bit. And then I applied to another medical position. So currently I'm working as a medical lab tech as well as working at the cafe, and then spending the rest of my free time riding a bike, helping people lose weight. You know, we all go on really long bike rides, and then I go to volunteer shelters because I'm very, very passionate about feeding the hungry, which actually there's quite a lot of hungry people in the United States, if you guys didn't know. But that's why I was avoiding making this video, because I wanted to see who would actually still stick around. It's been probably a little bit over a year since I got out of the military, and I can say easily that I've lost probably 70% of my friends because they don't want to hang out with someone who's working at a minimum wage job, even though I have more money than them in the bank. I mean, they don't know that, but sometimes it's good to live in a not so nice area. Sometimes it's good to not have the best job. Sometimes it's good to dress as if you don't have money, because then you will find out who your actual friends are. Because in times of hardship, of, you know, difficult situations, people that you think are your best friends, people that you think are your closest family members will disappear because they want nothing to do with, you know, a loser. And it's kind of cool because you get to get rid of all the people that don't serve any sort of beneficial purpose in your life. And working that minimum wage job, that's exactly what it did to me. So I'm very, very thankful that I started working there, and I love it. Actually, it's even though I'm not making a lot of money, it's a very fun job. I get to interact with a lot of people, whereas when I work my part-time medical lab tech job, I don't really do too much interacting. It's mostly, you know, just analyzing, working with specimens and chemicals. So, but it's definitely different. So I'm very thankful that I'm working there, because you get to make room for people who actually treat you well. And through that job, I have met people that treats me like a human being for who I am as a person, not for how much I'm making. And it's crazy because when you tell somebody that, you know, oh, by the way, I actually have a degree, and then all of a sudden they try to do a 180 on you, like, oh yeah, we should hang out, you just do this, like, no. And I suggest you guys, if you can do it, if you have the time for it, to get a part-time job where you don't make that much money, where, you know, we're actually doing a little bit of work, where you're maybe living off of tips, you know, earning income off of tips, because you will definitely see how people treat you differently. So definitely eye-opening, guys, but it's a good experience. Definitely a good experience. So bye, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you like, and click don't like if you don't like. Mwah. Bye-bye.